Rock DIY or do it you. This is our current setup. So right here is where the well water comes into the house, goes down, comes around and goes into the pressure tank. And then the pipes run up, across, all the way across here to what our current whole house water filter system is. And then it goes over, up, and then feeds into the water heater and up into the house. So the original idea was to attempt to put the water filtration system along there, but not enough space for it all to go there. So the original thought process was to stick to the basic setup where everything's just in line as shown in the manual, and then in the little one-page printout they have of different setups. So this isn't really going to work because this space right here is only 34 inches and I would need a total of 52 in order to get everything placed there. And I can't go over further this way because this is underneath the staircase. It's basically a storage area and I don't want to block it with water filters. So the idea now is to shift the water pressure tank over towards the wall more, put new elbows on it so I can push the pipes over towards the wall, move the pressure tank all the way over, and then be able to piecemeal the different filter components. And in this case, shifting the tank over, I'll be able to put both the salt-free water conditioner in underneath here, and then put the other tank straddled on the other side between these two floor boards. But before those two large filters, obviously I have to have a pre-filter before the salt-free water conditioner. So that'll all go along here. Then I'll continue the pipe over to here and then put the post filter and the UV filter here before it feeds into the house. The way that everything is set up right now is the way it was set up when we moved in. So in order to make the changes that I need to make, other things will have to be moved. The circuit breaker box for the pressure tank will need to be moved in order to put the tanks underneath the floor. This is a landing for the stairs up above. And then possibly over here, the circuit breaker for the water heater will have to be shifted in order to make room for taking the UV light out of the UV filter canister. So there will be a lot of changes that will need to be made. This is what I decided to do. Right here where the well water comes into the house, I'm gonna put another elbow on it right here over to the wall in the corner, bring it back down so that I can shift the pressure tank over. I'm going to cut the pipe shorter so I can bring it in closer to the tank, and then I'm also going to shorten the pipes on the sides in order to bring the PVC in. And then on this side, I'm going to shorten the copper pipe to bring it closer to the tank as well. The whole tank will move over here, which will allow me to put the pre-filter, the salt-free water conditioner, and the Rhino whole house filter. I got them spaced up underneath the staircase to make sure that they'll fit with the current pipe that's on it. And I'm going to shift those all the way to the back. Then I'll run a pipe off the end up and then over to here where the original whole house filter is, and put the post filter and the UV filter here. You could easily get caught up in thinking that everything's got to be side by side, just because that's what's in the pictures. And the only difference is between the pre-filter salt-free water conditioner and Rhino whole house filter is going to be a pipe that extends over to where the post filter and UV filter are. We'll have to move this breaker box over to this side. You can see where the power goes in, and then the power comes out. It goes to the pump switch, and then where the gray cable goes out and down into the well. But this will have to be shifted over in order for the top portion of the salt-free water conditioner can sit as close to the back wall as possible. Before I put the post filter and UV filter on this wall here, you can see there's shiplap up here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut some shiplap and run it all the way down, just to make it look cleaner. It doesn't look like it was on there previously because there's no nail holes in the 2x4s or studs in the wall, but I think it'll look better with the shiplap being continuous to the floor. If you were to look at any of the pictures that are included in the manuals that come with it, I have it laid out the opposite of the pictures because my water flow is from the well is going this direction and then comes out here into the house. It's important that you have these slip unions between each of the filters on the system. So in this case, there will be 1, 2, 3, and then there will be a 4th one between the post filter and the UV filter. But having these slip unions in place help when you need to potentially have to change out one of these filter components. If you put just straight pipe on, when it comes time to have to replace anything, you're gonna have to cut the pipe. Or you could put straight pipe on, but that would mean that in order to put anything on, you would basically have to rotate the filter around. And if it's installed on brackets, it's going to be very difficult to rotate one of these filter elements around in order to put it on. But having the slip union on allows you to disconnect where you need to. The water is coming in this direction from the water well, and if you look at the top of the pre-filter, it says in and out, in and out. So make sure your in is on this end if your water is coming in this direction. And then as far as the salt-free water conditioner, and you can't see it, but on the back side it says in right underneath here. So this is in, this is out, and you can see that they're staggered. When you get to the Rhino whole house filter, you would think that the N would be down here, but because if it were down here, your pipe would be somewhat diagonal going across. So you come in and then out. So again, in is on the bottom, out is on the top, and then this would be in at the top and then out on the bottom, going to the post filter. And the post filter also has in and out on the top, which you can't really see, but says in and then out. And so from the post filter, there will be PVC pipe that'll come down and go in to the UV filter. I've dry fitted everything together as far as the filters go to ensure that I'm going to have everything I need for this portion of it. So in my case, I'll have 3/4 PEX coming into the pre-filter here. So it's going to require plumber's tape on the threads on here and on here on the inside. And then plumber's tape, because this portion of this 2-inch nipple is smooth going into the slip union, it will require pipe dope or PVC glue. PVC glue, pipe tape, or plumber's tape, PVC glue, pipe dope, plumber's tape, plumber's tape, pipe dope, plumber's tape. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks again.